The Roman Empire, once the most powerful civilization in the ancient world, collapsed into ruin. But how did it happen? Was it war, corruption, economics, or something else entirely? Today, we uncover the real story of the fall of the Roman Empire, what caused it, how it unfolded, and the surprising facts that history books often skip. What was the Roman Empire? The Roman Empire was born from the Roman Republic around 27 BC under Augustus Caesar. It grew to dominate Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. But by 476 AD, the Western Empire was no more. What happened?
Not one fall, but many.
The fall of Rome didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, messy, and complex collapse that took centuries. While the Western Empire fell in 476 AD, the Eastern Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, lasted until 1453. Economic collapse, rampant inflation, overtaxation, and a reliance on slave labor weakened Rome's economy. The value of Roman currency dropped dramatically, and the empire couldn't pay its soldiers or maintain its vast infrastructure. Political corruption, bribery, short-lived emperors, assassinations, and power grabs plagued the empire. In the 3rd century alone, Rome had over 20 emperors in just 50 years. Stability was gone, and the government lost control. Military overreach. At its height, the Roman Empire stretched from Britain to Mesopotamia. Maintaining such a vast territory drained resources. The army was spread too thin and couldn't defend every border from constant invasions. Barbarian invasions, Germanic tribes, including the Visigoths, Vandals, and Ostrogoths, attacked Roman territory repeatedly. In 410 AD, Rome itself was sacked by the Visigoths, shaking the empire to its core. The sack of Rome. Rome was thought to be invincible. But in 410 AD, Alaric and the Visigoths breached the city and looted it for 3 days. It was the first time in 800 years that Rome had fallen to a foreign enemy. The Vandal invasion in 455 AD, the Vandals invaded and looted Rome again, this time from North Africa. Their name would live on, vandalism, but they were far more organized and strategic than history gives them credit for. The rise of Christianity. Some historians argue that Christianity played a role in weakening the empire. The shift from traditional Roman values to Christian beliefs changed the empire's identity and structure and diverted resources to the church. Internal division in 285 AD, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into eastern and western halves. While this was meant to improve administration, it also weakened unity. The east grew stronger, the west decayed. Reliance on mercenaries. As Roman citizens refused to enlist, the army hired foreign mercenaries. These soldiers were often less loyal and had divided loyalties, making the military less dependable during invasions. Plagues and disease. Waves of disease, including the Antonine Plague and later pandemics, wiped out large portions of the population. A shrinking tax base and fewer workers made it harder for Rome to function. The fall of the Western Empire. The Western Roman Empire officially fell in 476 AD, when the last emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic general Odoacer. No grand battle, just a quiet coup, and the end of an era. The Eastern Empire lived on. The Eastern Roman Empire, based in Constantinople, survived for nearly 1,000 more years. It preserved Roman law, culture, and legacy until it fell to the Ottoman Turks in 1453. Roman technology was lost. With the collapse, many Roman innovations, like concrete, aqueduct systems, and engineering techniques, were lost or forgotten in the West for centuries. Europe entered the Dark Ages. Was it inevitably doomed? Some historians argue the empire had grown too large to survive. Others say it could have lasted longer with better leadership. The truth, a mix of internal failure and external pressure, sealed its fate. Rome's influence never died. Even though the empire fell, Roman ideas lived on, in law, architecture, language, and government. The US Senate, for example, is modeled after Rome's. The Renaissance reborn from Rome. During the Renaissance, Europe rediscovered Roman texts, philosophy, and art. The fall may have ended an empire, but it didn't erase Rome's impact on the world. The myth of the fall. The fall is often romanticized as a dramatic event. In reality, it was slow and painful, a mix of crises over centuries. Rome didn't crash, it crumbled. The fall of the Roman Empire wasn't just about politics or war. It was a warning about what happens when leadership fails, systems crack, and societies ignore warning signs. And yet, through it all, Rome never truly disappeared. Its spirit still shapes the modern world. If you found this breakdown of Rome's fall fascinating, drop a comment. Do you think the empire could have been saved? Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that shaped history and still echo through time.
See you in the next video!